Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Zunbil series here on the Lord Master channel, as the Hephthalite Empire has not expanded as of late, except maybe toward the south, which gets us closer enough to have, relations with the people of the Maritime Silk Road, like the East Africans and the Southeast Asians, especially that in the last episode that we did a pilgrimage from Balkh through the Arabian Sea, through there, and then into Abbasid, Egypt, and went to this holy site here for the Zunist faith, because that's where Heliopolis is located. This does not mean that I have an ambition to go as far as over there, even though it would be nice to have even more stewardship level devotion. But again, this is just so far-fetched that I wouldn't even think about that. Especially that we have since reformed the faith since then. My ambitions are a little bit more eastward. Well, to the northeast, towards the Tarim Basin. We plan on returning to the state of war by conquering a few, or vassalizing a few, either of these oasis city-states, so to speak, since the realm is quite divided. Especially with the rump state of the Kingdom of Ajaya, which is not held by Khotanese people, but held by the Zhang Zhuang, which they originally hail from over there, that they have moved and expanded up there since then. What else? As I'm trying to think. Give me a moment to take a drink as I'm doing some thinking. It seems the Kipchaks have defeated the Khanate. No, they're still the same dynasty. They just go by a different name now. Well, no, they're the same. They just have two kingdom titles now. They're still Caliphs. And knowing how long it takes to, assemble an army, and since they're currently being raided, or have been raided, that would weaken them a bit more. And we haven't been in a state of war for a while. Listen, I'm sorry that we had to reduce all these things, but I do have ideas that would probably likely be a return to, prosperity. And look at you. You hold Kashmir and Punjab for yourself, thinking you're all powerful. Your niece gets Punjab, and then your other nephew, the albino, will get Kashmir. And knowing that we're going to take this, then that would mean the title of the Kingdom of Ajaya would be destroyed. But I am willing to expand around the Tarim Basin and form another kingdom vassal. And of course, doing so, this would make my, daughter here, Berg, to be the next one in line of the kingdom. Unless I could say, this one who I'm, giving her well-educated and sending her to the university for further education and even more. I would rather have her rule the lands rather than my eldest. But again, works into him, so that's all up to you. Unless you've done something bad, and then I will force you. This is my proper punishment now. New rules established by my father. If you've done, say, anything that relates to adultery, or witchcraft, or even kinseling, heaven forbid, or even embezzlement, or not giving me tribute, well then, it's off to the monastery with you. That's a new standard. But if I were more of a sadistic character, I would even put my children on a sun trial. But let's not get carried away here. From now on, we only raise men-at-arms, which it only take about 3 months. Okay, you can put them. And of course, station them. As you haven't done so. Just conquer this one area. I ain't scared. Men-at-arms only. You got... the hell? No, unraised. It says unraised, not stationed. That's different. Now, anyways, raise it. It only take about 3 months. We ain't got time to bring somebody over. Well, if we're in need of a siege master, we can always provide you a few. So, get going. They won't take long. All we need to do is just take Yarkand and we win. No need to worry about their allies. We can handle them. We don't even have to fight them, you know? I seen my dog in the utensil. Hang on. That reminds me. Get me another keeper in the menagerie. Sophia, you're feeling fine. You'll do. 'Cause I want an animal. For once, get me a tiger. Prices may vary on large animals. Okay. Small and large. Get me a tiger. Because, you know, you're excellent. So, find me a tiger. You'll find those in India. Just go to the Punjab and you'll find them. And if need be, go further up north and find the Siberian tigers. Hold it right there. Grand wedding for Ibrahim. Well, while the war is going on, for me, I'm not personally involved. I'm not going to get involved in the fight. Who are you betrothed to? Old Zunist of... oh, that house. There's a lot of fun. Yeah, I knew your grandfather. He was a bastard. Sure, I'll be there. Only about 2 months. So, I'll join. He gets prestige. Guest may gain the wedding of the century. May gain eager, rather. You have to leave within 17 months. You bet I'll be there. Okay. It's not a long trip and back, so... Because you have diligent trade. Now you have that option. Obviously. Get me local tax collectors. Someone special. For a little more piety. As I state, yeah, I'll be there. Just me, my caravan master, physician, and my bodyguards. I'm a coming, while these men go play war. Alright, my spy master Atabek Ibrahim's hosting his own wedding ceremony in Nishabur, their Turkic pronunciation. The time has come for us to depart. He'll be entering a holy matrimony with Doktarosh, and I shall be there to heckle them. May their union be as rotten as a month-old fish, and if nothing else, I should be able to abuse his hospitality and enjoy some good food and drinks. I suppose we must. I didn't think of the intent. I'm not the man that causes mischief. Unless one of your guests is one of my rivals. Let me see. Because if I see him that he or she's coming around, that is my rival, we're gonna have a problem. I'll have a think about it in the future. Quiet phone. Frickin' going overboard over here. Murderer. Wait, are they guaranteed to come over here? Well, don't change the intent just yet. Once you arrive, just wait around and figure out. Your focus is war now. Okay. 2, 1. Ready to move out. We'll deal with him as the owner is 5 years in debt. Yeah, we're definitely going to put him out of their misery. On our way through Mava Road, we appear to have stumbled a local food market everywhere. Peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue climb around the exotic food stalls. They're thick with fragrances I never had imagined. My nose is drawn to a lowly stall stacked with a dish I could only dream of. However, pulled in my haste by the halty grass going. Do not waste your power on this slop, my lord. Sambusas are for peasants. We have much finer foods at home. You may be my bodyguard, but I'm the Shan. I want my symbols. And the food was quite amazing. Slope. When we set up camp for the night in Bagshur, it so happened that a caravan of merchants was camping pretty close to us. They were traveling in the opposite direction, exchanged some information about the conditions on the road for our respective journeys. Anyways, the merchants told me they met a most odd fellow several days ago, who went by the nickname of the Liar. They told him somewhat nonsensical advice that somehow also made sense. They were not sure what to make of him. But veteran merchants say that he's by far the oddest fellow they've ever met. He sounds like an odd fellow. So, for about 1 year, increase the travel speed and safety for having to exchange information about the travel conditions around here. It's not the first time I catch my knight Kalan fiddling around some flowers as we pick it along the road. Sometimes I swear I even hear him sighing overlooking Jabal Bida's holding. My lady, she says, it's not a secret that my heart has found a new home far from home. Alas, my soul aches for Faranaz. My desires no word. Her eyes, her hair, I long for just a slip. I'll die for a word. Please, I beg of you, let me stay with her. Well, I was about to say yes, but I looked up the age. Arthur says, you're coming home with me. And I say so, and he's terrified of me. I say it because I said so! After a long day, the travel horizon starts to bleed into warm colors. Take a moment to pause, close my eyes, breathe. Careful, my caravan leader. Oh no, Snook screams, pointing at the dry lands beyond the path we followed. What looks like a small rodent running into a wall. After, a figure I easily recognize. He's smarter than all of us. It'll find the way back. It may come back on its own. Lost. Can you trade him? Alright, I arrived in the Nishpur mining pits. And when the travel is done, make a quick detour to up there in the sanctuary of Imam Reza. As much as I'd like to travel around, you know what? Yeah, let's travel west once the wedding's over. Just travel around Armenia and Mesopotamia and back. Because I got nothing better to do. Because I've become quite an experienced traveler. And I'd like to have all its benefits. So, after the wedding, we're gonna go up here, and then over here, and to there, there. Deviate, travel route deviation too large, 40 is one maximum. Okay. Never you mind. So, well, then again, there's the option where I could just visit it myself. So, fine. And I doubt you would want me down there. Yeah, too large. Okay, fine. In the meantime, there's more guests to come. It'll take 17 months before it begins. Yeah, let's just have a negotiate an alliance with him just to make sure that he doesn't ever try to form a faction against me, even if he likes me well enough. 17 months till the wedding begins, because all the guests that are invited have to come there. So in the meantime, focus on the war. Died in her sleep. She was the good steward. The Sami man is the steward now. Meanwhile, on with the war. The soldiers that went missing. Recently in the council meeting, I was pressed by everyone to follow up on the promise I raised a long time ago about allowing my vassals to retain a large number of my due vassal levies, as well as financing minor development projects in their lands. It is clear that to me my vassals have been lobbying hard for my councillors regarding this proposal, and I would not be surprised if gold was involved to increase my councillors' willingness to pursue this issue. As things stand, I stated that I'll have a definite answer regarding this matter in the next few days. Oh, Brother Devraz, the best out of all of us brothers. Yay. My dread is not as great as it used to. Tyranny isn't always good. For the next 10 years. Okay, fine, I'll publish the law. I mean, we're not using levies right now, we're using men-at-arms only to handle the matter. Only lunatics wear that mask. You hide your face behind it. Got your son and heir. Pay up. What, no money? I step out of my tent and rub my eyes. The siege camp sprawls up before me. A heaving sea of temporary structures and cargo, wooded siege towers and catapults, sterns and cutters flap and snap in the wind, leaning against the bare rocks that rise from the earth. Gulls circle above, calling one to one another with shrill cries. It smells of smoke and sweat and horse dung. My lower tent approaches and forms the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards, head to the edge of the camp. The Namlu of Yakan stands before me, a gaping circlet of crumbling walls surrounding a desperate and dying people. In the fields of Tweed, lit by a row of torches, soldiers advance grimly, eliminating the wounded. Bodies of the dead townspeople litter the cobblestone street, grieving widows whip in their doorways, and barefoot children shuffle amid the rubble. Loot the place and imprison everyone you see. You can forget about it. You know they're deep in debt, right? 5 years in debt, they don't have money anyway. Not even their heir. So that was reasonable. Okay. Now, I'm here to vassalize you. I'm thinking. It's like, yes, vassalization is one thing. But I do realize that some of the prisoners that we've captured, it's like some of them are Khotanese, but unfortunately, they're all of that pagan faith of theirs, which is practically incompatible from my perspective. Who's this? That right there is a beautiful woman, despite her age. She's a Gambi. It's West African. Never seen a woman this beautiful. You know what? There's room. What? Nope. Lowborn. That will not do. You're willing to pay your own ransom. You too. And you. Just wanted to get every little bit out of you. You come from a line of Hindus. Shaivism is catching on there. But how often do you see that? Since you're the only authentic, Khotanese, Yana Buddhist, you'll be given this land. Because it is part of Kashgar, which we should have that title created in 2 or 3. That ain't enough. Right, Aksu, held by Manichaeans. Ladakh, however, we can vassalize them, but that would just be... That's just odd. It's like I'd rather fight a conquest war over that. But I'm just looking at their courtiers. Oh, you wish to leave? Will not accept, even if I... Well, that's just the case. Like, if you wish to leave, then please do so. The problem is they're all lowboards, no nobility. And plus the logic standards isn't as great as it once was. We gotta improve ourselves for our guests in future. No, anyways. Kinslaying is a crime to the Shavites, but not to us Zunists. Close kinslaying is criminal in our religion. Close kinslaying is criminal as well. Right. We'll have it dealt with in the future. But right now the wedding is about 14 months. Because the woman you're marrying is so goddamn far away. Your betrothed came all the way from there. in Galdaan, in Holland. I wonder why it's taking so long. And also we took their badger. Don't worry, I got it. Clan taxes contribution for the next 10 years. Increase per landed house member. Yeah. That would be nice. For once. House members serving on your council. Well, there's you. Okay, improve taxation. As on the house head. My house have a great many members efficient in collecting taxes and managing them. By sharing ideas with capable people, we can all benefit from increased income. So what do you say? Oh heck. Peasant uprising? Liberty war? Liberty war. Liberty, 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 liberty. Basically, I can do nothing as I wait. I can always develop the capital even more. And if you want to improve the capital further, we should build more holdings here. There's room. No thanks. Those people are still there. Any of ours are still around. We got a tiger. Just as I requested. Tetslav. What kind of name is that? Is that a Turco-Hephthalite sounding name? Wedding invalidated. The news of Atabek's Ibrahim's sudden death strikes the wedding party as a rumbling thunder on a sunny day. Singing turns quiet, smiling faces change to tears. The flowers on the ground laid, scattered, and trampled by a grieving crowd. It's a true tragedy that such a day of happiness would turn into a day of mourning. She was in the middle of the Black Sea. She's still going somewhere. Ibrahim, what happened? Assassinated. I think he's in the feud of another house. That's why these series of assassinations have been happening to him. A tragedy indeed. Well, it's time for me to go. We could assume that there's a feud between the Seljuks and the Baduspanids. Maybe that's what's going on. Ever since they conquered their land, they're still bitter over it. Well, time for me to do a bit of travel. Oh yeah, I forgot that I was supposed to switch back to Groom to Rule, so let me go back to that. Yes. Get that perk while I travel around a bit. Shafa the Impaler. Plus, there's a good reason why I'm kind of interested in conquering towards the direction of Khotan. Look what Khotan has in Embugaiwilik. Jade mining settlement. That's another reason why. There we go. Groom to all children. Receive 1 to 3 extra skill points. You got 1, Diplomacy. You got 1, Marshal. And she's got 3. See? How come she's not the heir? I would love to designate her heir. If I had my druthers. But as I stated, I have interest in Khotan. But this needs to be conquered first. But I just would like to have one of your Khotanese courtiers. Like, say, how would you like to be in your service? But they'll say, I cannot. Yeah, fair enough, but... Let me do some convincing. Be a salesman here. And if not, then, oh, you could still grant titles to anyone anyhow. Just for example, just give it to somebody. Just gave him money for nothing. Okay, keep that well in mind. Keep that well in mind. Because we need to... No need for that now. Bombing fighter. Remember, if you could somehow, because I plan on going on a trip west while my armies go east, I would like to see that Crown Authority be boosted. And if you can, get it up all the way to absolute Crown Authority for that. As they traverse the dry lands, trudge through dirt, we encountered a modest wayward shrine, neatly carved. It sports a sun at its head, and below are worded words, "Here lies Saint Gisot of Ishkingil, blessed daughter of Anbar Guzani." Sangazu of Ishkingil. Seems the local spiritual figures being patronized these parts, and not one sanctioned by the Zunist clergy. We better get going. Treat him. Thanks, Zone. I can go inside again. I think the results will be similar. Look, as much as I would like to vassalize them, but my issue is, is that all these lands should be Buddhist again. And while I, head to Khotan, we should, this idea of having Khotan for myself, and especially this. but Chokuka is in its way. And then after that, then, may possibly vassalize them. Even if you do get close to him, he's not going to accept it. Because Manichaean. Ladakh would be pretty interesting. Oh, it's currently at war, so peasant uprising. Because I would like to, you know, it's like first, okay, that, and then retract vassalage to get Kashgar, get that man out of there, and in place put a Bhutanese Buddhist there. And also would love to have personal control over Kushan, also known as Kucha. Older must be the Eastern religious family. And unfortunately, this place would be useless to us because we're not Buddhist or Hindu or anything like that. It has to be Eastern. So, oh well, but still, it's that Kuchin music is what makes it useful. Anything that would get us to hold this. So, okay, 2 out of 9. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just counting. The sneaky rat, they calls him. Again, you're going up to Manichaean country. That's my wife. If you give her that land, she's not going to be in your council anymore. Not in my council. So you could say if I were to divorce her, that would cause, you know, some of that. It's just a way to send her off. But look at the differences. Claim versus just plain conquest. Cheaper to use. So therefore, do it. Same standard procedure. 3 months, defeat the local army, then you win. Well, meanwhile, I'm particularly interested about going on a visit to Armenia. But unfortunately, Rome's at war itself, so that place isn't stable. Okay, we'll go to the opposite direction. But to Baghdad. Also at war. God blast it. Also at war. And at war. This whole damn Mesopotamia is a war zone. Tell you what. But we visit this person. Also at war. Is there anyone that is not at war? Oh, I'm at war. I didn't read that part. Okay, after the war then. Make it quick, because I would like to go on one last great journey to the west. Although, to be real honest, I would love to divorce my wife, and marry somebody with high stewardship, knowing that I'm going to be holding territories for myself in the future. An acidic accident. A few days ago, Shagofa, the learned son of my spymaster Shafar, took part in an experiment with oil of vitriol concocted by a celebrated alchemist Ibn Sina. Apparently, something went horribly wrong. You must punish Ibn Sina severely, satrap Shafar tells me. Behold the wretched state of my son. No, my son, you son of X. I've merely perfected the formula long sought by the wise. It is not my fault that Shogova were careless in the whole Ukiah, the most corrosive substance seen on earth. Well, I'm a vengeful man, so I say I do have space in my dungeon for this scrawny alchemist. But as for you, come here. You might be of some use to me. Because of your very high knowledge, unlike anything I've ever seen before. 1 second. As much as I'd like you, Sylvia, but this man is excellent. He can treat all sorts of ailments that the world has known. He's the wisest of us all. And I'm willing to pay you some money for that too. And I would like for you to be Zunist, so if you don't wish to become Zunist, then I understand. He converted, but he may continue his in secret. That's fine. Okay. I'll focus on my piety this time, because I would like to become Paragon of Virtue, because it increases stewardship. Realistic of my young sons are crying continuously for days on end. So I enter the nursery, nothing but silence greets me. The dread steals a breath away. Around the sleepy child, I hear a quiet chirp and see two brown eyes blink, lit up at me. It's my tiger. It's curled up beside his blessedly sleeping baby. Aren't you too precious? My baby and my big ass tiger. So yeah, that's a good tiger who don't eat people. It's insane to think about it. That tiger could have easily killed my son, but instead, they're cooperating. I was at the market of Roxana. Our attention was caught by a criminal chain in the building. When the man begged for water, Roxana immediately promised to bring it, and soon returned from a nearby well, lighted a criminal drink from her cupped hands. Without kindness, the world falls apart. Brave and compassionate. Perhaps it would be your compassion that would... Who knows, it might be your own undoing. At least from my perspective. They have the advantage, but it matters not. We got him. Thank you very much. Ruling the multicultural Hephthalite Empire comes with its own set of challenges. Foreign subjects often feel alienated when they cannot speak their native tongue in court, breeding resentment. My vassal, Exponent Shiren, suggests I could significantly improve relations with my Sogdian subjects by learning to speak their language alongside my own. Well, hire a tutor to instruct me. After a long and week study, I finally have a solid grasp of the fundamentals of the Sogdian language. With continued practice, my fluency will improve. I need a basic understanding of improved relations to my Sogdian subjects. Time well spent. We got you. Now pay up before we release you. I exit my tent. The siege camp sprawls up before me. A jumble of hastily pollard trees, watchtowers, tents, and campfires. Flags and standards floated in the fading light. Shouts and cries ring through the damp air. The Crusader of Chokoka stands before me. A wasteland of charred corpses and rubble, and the fields between. Many of my comrades lie dead, their blood mingled with that of their foes. Bodies litter the square. The stench of smoke and flesh reaches across the cold, black expanse between us. Grieving widows walk silently amongst the heaps of rubble, gathering food and drink for their families. You want it back? Can't pay the ransom anymore. We'll take it all out of you. One of your courtiers. Who is one of your good ones? As I remember seeing. You know, I could give it to women too. Everyone's equal. Yours isn't a claim tonight. I need someone submissive. Hey, a reaver for once. Actually, he'll be the one running there. Independence War. Independence for Khotan. How can I help you with that? Because, because I would love to help you out on that situation. And it seems you do have the numbers. Look, if I had my druthers and a lot of money, I would have loved to finance your independence war. And then if you do gain independence, then that means I can come over there and take it with ease. Yeah. But instead, I have other duties to do. At least Armenia has stabilized itself. So that means I could go on this trip, which is going to be quite different. Because, you don't know how dangerous it is out there, so get the mercenary guards and the Silk Road merchants. And let's customize this route here. Cut down there. Then to there. Here we take a big detour. Yes, and then down there and there. Feels like we're just crisscrossing, dancing around a bit. Bing, bing, bing. There you go. And then after that we go down to Mesopotamia. To the House of Wisdom in Baghdad. I've always wanted to pay that visit there. Anything that can get me more learning experience up. These would be for another time. And then the last one. There you go. Let's go on this trip. This Swedish Norse poet. Swedish? Yes, Swedish. Regent is now more powerful. Don't try to entrench yourself. All you need to do is just promote authority. And that's that. Vax comes of age. He is a charismatic negotiator and a confident knight. And he is Herculean. Let me try. Success interpret these instructions. Let me eat it. $57. So there we go. Another reason why I'm bringing Silk merchants with me. And especially now that I have this Dynasty legacy, which increases the chance of getting the deal event. And he decided to be, you know, to get angry at me for no reason. Avoiding the harsh midday sun, we made a temporary camp inside a particular very damp cave. Did you hear that, my son? Nokadzak seems ill. It eases dark shelter. As I turn around, I'm suddenly face to face with a young boy who must have somehow walked right past him. The startled child immediately vanishes deeper into the caves. Follow that child! 89% chance that we find him and uncover the underground tickets. 10% chance he looks track of the town and end up lost in the tunnel for days. And which I would fall myself and hurt myself with the dog tunnels, become wounded, and delayed for 20 days. We delve deeper and deeper into the earth, leaving the bright sunlit landscape for increasingly damp and dark tunnels. I finally catch up with the boy. I'm distracted by a splendorous sight. The ancient system of underground canals extends as far as the eye could see. Welcome, Shah, to my very own palace. It is likely to dwarf even yours. Looks up at me defiantly. Clearly dismayed I managed to fall all the way down here. Last dive for the treasure hidden under these waters. 63% chance I find an ancient treasure. 36% chance I almost drowned in stale water, thus making me ill. I've dredged up a tooth of Muhammad. An elegant reliquary containing a holy relic. Tooth of Muhammad. How did that end up here? It's always tempting to go for that 1% chance of death, because if I were to die right then and there, due to a 1% chance of death, then I'm the unluckiest bastard on earth. Another part of the Great Wall of Gorgon. Just keep going. That was an amazing inn here. Oh, be careful. You're entering to a war zone now. Anything could happen. A grotto emerges from the vegetation like a stone arch in a cathedral. On its entry there is a small wooden table and a stall. Someone's left the lantern here. Careful, my liege. Zok holds his arm up in front of my chest. There are bandits in these lands. You're quick to make accusations. A dimly illuminated figure stands in the entrance of the cave. I'm merely a hermit. And you will carry the title of the Shah. How unfortunate. Please tell me about my future. Edward takes a second before replying. He gets up and waits until I fall. There's some herbs scattered around in what seems to be a luminary bed. It hurts to me when we are away from Entourage, and with an oddly deep voice replies, You shall find that who seeks. How insightful. I will remember this. I think I know a cure. I think. Oh, he's got pneumonia. And he's near dying. Oh, if he dies on me, then I lose the mercenary guard's protection, thus making travel more dangerous. The woodlands in Natil are swarming with tiny, dark, blood-sucking insects. No matter what we do, or where we go, they are there, leeching our blood like a torturous cloud sent by darkness itself. Now that the horse is getting flighty and temperamental, my entourage is as well, especially my fellow traveler, the one who is fiercely flailing his sanguine-covered arms. We gotta put that man out of his misery. So I'll just say, oh, strip down, you walk on front, you got pneumonia, you've got no reason to live anymore. See? Now he's about clothes, he's being drained by mosquitoes, he's got pneumonia, and that man's about to die. Have we seen that massive tree before? I swear we're going in circles. My caravan master, even Sinas, shouts. Perhaps he's right. You see no sign of getting out of this forest in hours. Are we still even in Shalush? The dense tree cover makes it impossible to tell the time of day or even the direction we're heading. At this rate, we'll never make it to Vaspurakan. Find someone to find a local guide. I noticed that the cat avoids more than usual. I'll be a way better shot of him. I'm so gonna kill that man! You wanna know how it is? I'll show you! Now he's wounded in addition to having him down drained by mosquitoes. Oh, God! Sunday, we're walking among the hills late in the day. The darkness comes sunny. followed by the dark clouds above us. Then there's a loud rumble of thunder. Soon there's another, combined with a dazzling flash of lightning, and another sharp, brightly illuminating the area. The after image burned in my eyes. I blinked to see where the lightning had struck. As a quickly expanding brush fire, and it's speeding towards us. This data, that's my... Put the fire before it spreads too far! You successfully quelled the fire. Got the money. Be careful, that's a raid. Leave the Liberty faction. Good, he's out of there. You still alive? Nope, the mercenary captain is dead. I don't see his name anymore in the entourage. So yeah, he died of a combination of wounds, pneumonia. Yeah, it was too much for him. Huh, we missed that. But anyways. Rainbow Mountains. That's the area. Ditch. Our path takes us to a sizable camp of Turkic travelers. A group of emigrant gestures over us to join him. A tough-looking man stirs a thick white liquid in the pot. He pours some on a small bowl and hands it over to me. Komish, it's great for the bowels. Drink up, my friend. Another two, I mean, whispered it in a normal language, just oddly enough for me to hear. Unfortunately, I don't understand their strange speech. Hopefully they have good intentions. They're not Turkics, they're La Saga. They're, to be exact, Sangpa. How did they end up all the way over here? Wow. Pay him this amount of money, and then he'll come over. Tell you what. Let's hire man. Let us hire the man to teach us his ways. Come on over here. Shortcut. Here we go. Now we enter to the lands of Armenia traditionally. Eagle eyes in the sky. Oh, by the way, since this is part of once was the Byzantine Empire, or in this case Transcaucasia, this is part of the regional travel events mod, which they did include the areas of Abkhazia, Georgia, Armenia, yeah, those areas too. So now, while traversing the rugged hills of Georgia, my party is beckoned by the sound of whistles and the sight of majestic golden eagles soaring above. A group of local falconers, clad in traditional attire, are demonstrating the ancient art of Tariloba, the Georgian practice of eagle hunting. The falconers, with their keen eyes and swift birds, work in harmony to track and capture game. The master falconer, Bezel, offers a chance to learn the basics of this noble pursuit and perhaps even handle one of the magnificent raptors yourself. He's Kartveli, Georgian Armenian. I'll say such magnificent creatures. Might I purchase one for my own retinue? It's So I'll become the owner of a Georgian hunting eagle. A trained golden eagle from the hills of Georgia. A symbol of your interest in the art of falconry. That's a 75% chance of that. 25% chance that they respectfully decline or refuse to sell the birds. Explain that each eagle is a cherished member of their family. Gain a new companion. Thank you. Like if I really need that at a moment. No luck. The high altitude and brisk air of the Salakut is a very refreshing quality as we traverse the local hill fort. The soldiers in this valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. I move in closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I'm approached by the local captain, Caprio. Would you like to join him, my lord? I'm always up for a challenge. 80% chance that I become an expert on rough terrain. 20% chance I become reckless. Oh, not again! Put the fire out! Our man got wounded for that. As I traverse the rugged mountains of Greater Armenia, my party stumbles upon a solitary figure chiseling away to the slab of stone. He is a master Kachakava, creating one of the ornate crossstones that dot the landscape, commemorating everything from great victories to personal tragedies. Noticing montage, the Kava Kachik offers to craft a Kachaka. For a price, he will immortalize your name in stone. He also proposes an alternative. Regale him with a tale of your travels, and he'll consider fair payment for his artistry. Let me share you a story of my travels. 100% chance of a tale well told, that the story captivates him, who agrees to carve a kachka in my honor, and then I'll become the owner of the personal kachka. Again, it's just pronouncing Armenian words is very, very foreign to me, because I never ever attempted to learn that language because of lack of interest. But still, there's no hurting in trying to pronounce certain words. Meanwhile, a fine day like this, the weather is nice, the pastures at Divin look great, and local livestock positively jumping and cheering in their own guttural manner. Cows are walking next to the mothers, their fur shiny and clean. Overall, the place is very competently run. Do I notice a couple of oddities that would manage a bit differently? The local patriarch approached him. A fine morning to you, my lord. Are these beauties not a sight to behold? Ooh, I could apply some of these back home. Yes, sirree. All because of that. While passing through the villages of Gur, I spent some time talking to locals. One thing that stands is their intense loyalty to their liege. One villager talks with such passion they would think of describing a lover rather than a ruler. It's because of loyal subjects. I'll make my subjects equally loyal. Mrs. Undog. Vadava festivities. As I make my way through the rolling hills of Vaspurakan, the sounds of laughter and splashing water catch your attention. I stumble upon a lively procession celebrating the Vardava, a festival where locals honor the goddess Astgik with the release of doves and engage in spirited water dousing games. The people are drenched, yet their spirits are as high as the summer sun. Right on. Despite the fun, realize there's a risk of catching a cold from the West festivities. Let us partake in the water games. 95% chance I definitely dodged the deluges and managed to douse many emerging victorious and earning respect from locals. Guess we're talking about these little lakes out here. Alright, now that I'm here, let me try to learn about your culture. Get a permanent modifier brought in mind. And I did. Good. Now I can leave the realm. Time is coming. No. Right, so let's travel down to Mesopotamia. And it's gonna be a bit of a interesting trip. But at least the realm looks peaceful for now. While visiting many landmarks. As I had a local captain and a few of his officers greet me as my entourage entered the military camps of Immersion. As it wanders off, I quickly dismount and follow. A couple of paces forward, as I stops and turn to the latest siege equipment, which is neatly placed in rows for me. Quite a sight, isn't it? I nod, appreciating the organized chaos, observing. Now, what will my lord do next? As I look expectingly. They're Syrians. So. What is that contraption? So I learned something from studying the equipment there. Consider the armor gone for the price. We've seen this a bit before. Here we are. Passing through the gates of Baghdad, it is not hard to reflect that I, having reached the traditional center of Arabic speaking in the Islamic world. As I approach the inner city, the air becomes filled with intellectual literary discourse. This entire street, even its bridges, is dominated by hundreds of busy bookshops and literary salons. My caravan leader mutters to me while taking this scholarly spectacle. I could really spend a lifetime here, my mates. Well, it's a great opportunity for some learned conversation, so 25% chance that I'm getting great insights on my stay here, 45% chance I learn new things here, 24% chance I make a passable impression, 4% chance I humiliate myself. I learn new things here. One thing I noticed as we passed through Baghdad is that every other Assyrian traveler claims to be a philosopher. At first I'm skeptical of this, but after being roundly witted in my 30th conversation in a row, I start to think perhaps there's something to their claims. Their latest philosopher, Yanai, is practically laughing at my latest attempts at logical argument. What can I personally learn? While traveling on the road to Baghdad, we discovered to our horror that a number of our food supplies have gone bad. It appears early on our trip the food got mixed with a lot of water by accident. Now it's rather moldy. There aren't any settlements nearby. Bullshit. So we need to forge and hunt for some food to hold us over, though this would waste time. On the other hand, we could tough it out, ration out what food we still have, and hurry to the nearest settlement. Looks like we're staying in Baghdad for a little while longer. Now we're going. Not my son, that's my cat. Our journey is finally interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws. The desperate cries of a man is brought to me his end. The noise is so horrific it must have come from the depths of the void. Time to the track is supposed to find a desperate knight struggling of a wild hyena. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip's beginning to falter. This man deserves my help. I got mauled. Yipe. But I got healed by my physician. Fire! We ride through the lands heavy with agriculture. Our next stop is the local plantation at Al Kufa. Spot the gates about 100 places away. Something is off. I inhale an acrid scent of smoke. Smoke? Fire! As I notice a pillar of smoke take its shape over the plantation. The column is thick and heavy. Too large a stem of one of the workers burning some straight debris. Well, if it is, this is an opportunity. So, 78% chance of pillaging remains a secret. 22% chance that the pillaging was uncovered. My entourage members lose a great deal of opinion of me. Secret pillaging. Shania. Sounds like a girl's name, but you get the idea. Here's another one for learning. Don't give them a chance to screw up. Who do you think you're talking to? Paid him. There's a chill in the air, and a breath mist in small puffs as I traverse the orchards of Akit. The trees are seemingly cowering a bit of the cold, longing for warmer days. Suddenly a high-pitched shriek pierces the air. I quicken my step only to find a peasant child below the tree, in shambles, sobbing violently. It seemed as if she made an attempt to climb the tree, before slipping and falling on the ground. One of the bone pipes are protruding at a strange angle. There. Alright. Can you treat him? Make mail. Perhaps high quality armor? In about 7 months we'll be home. Persian Bedouin caravaners. As we wind along the outskirts of Nehran, I see a trail of caravan camels in the distance that we soon meet their stranger. Good evening to you, worthy friend. Come in. I promise you what I have in my stall, like Persia himself. Are more far from more than they seem. The circus countless shit on shiny tricks for mines. I killed a little bug, that's why I hesitate slightly. So perhaps we could make a deal. Successful haggling. Way to go! Damn. The sun is high over the camel farm of Sinan, and I seek the shade beneath the protective hides strung over the certain areas of the farm. A sun god stars me, and I turn around. Next to me, one of the magnificent beasts had the same idea and cozies up in the shade. I lean over to pat its elongated head, when the animal, in one swift motion, slams me across the forehead and spits on my cheek. When I regain my bearings, I see its owner standing only about 20 paces away, mortified. What the hell? You know what? I've been kicked around many times. This beast will make a fine warning. I decapitate the camel, thus give me big dread, and I gain a camel head artifact. Camel head? What the flying? Yeah! Now they drag you. The head of a disobedient camel. That'll show the folks! Told you I'm a vengeful man. Again with this. That'll make people think twice about going up after me. %99% chance they will stave off that thirst for a while. So bulk has increased development, which is 20 now. So sustained development here. You got your money. So yes, I'm a veteran traveler. Still feeling fine. So that was a good trip. Got a couple more gold. $671 days. Thank Zun. That war of independence is still ongoing, huh? As I said, allow me to finance you. In case you need to hire mercenaries, since you are the leader of the independence movement. And then once you're done, then boom, we're gonna defeat you. And what's going on up there? Peasant uprising. And Ladakh isn't doing much about it. To further increase the development and your points of view, you should have this. Build a city here, and then build a temple right here. Great investment. To further improve our capital of its increased development speed by these, as well as tax income from these said lowly vassals. Especially in Northern Man. And now there's a religious uprising there, which they've just won. They're gonna try to get themselves out of occupation. Oh, my dear Spitamanah, you're really learning my beloved La Saga. I feel so appreciated. You're making such an effort to understand me. She says, nodding. Can I help you in any way? Teach you some words, perhaps? Whew. Well, thank you. I'm doing just fine. Now we know where they are. If they do take over the capital, there's a chance they might capture him. And thus their independence war wins. They win the independence. Thus giving me the opportunity to take Khotan for myself. It's Khotanese Mahayana again. Due to the peasant migration. Oh, won't be long now. Look at that metal. Guards, Caesar what he needs. Be careful, you got a much higher tyranny gain than you're used to. So much tyranny going around in this realm. They've won. Prepare for war to take Khotan, and I'll be keeping Khotan for myself. My daughter comes of age, skilled tactician. Yeah. And I am such an opportunist. You got no allies. Move the rally point up a bit to here. And deploy the men-at-arms. At least we got our new man here to do the work for us. Tired of mercenary band? No worries. Perhaps worry, maybe. Fort levels 3 and the others 2. They've never improved their defenses there. Zunbil mail. While the chain links do not offer room for decoration, the masterful work on the riveting sets this piece apart from the common mail. The set includes a nasal helmet and mail cuff. Patterned with velvet, the whole armor has been plated with a thick layer of gold. Less friendly fatal casualties and more prowess for me. Well, what if I were to turn this into, like, we forge it. Go find an animal that's all inspiring. If you turn that to a pedestal item, it will... You get to keep all that. I like the idea of having less fatal casualties on our end. Not now. Prestige per dread. Go ahead. Forge that. I prefer to keep the old armor. This will be hang on, man. What did I do? Where did it go? Where did it go? Ah, there you are. Okay. Put that away. And put this on. Since it'll have the effect on them as a whole. Go get him, Tiger. We'll beat them in the battlefield. Now, why would you ask that alliance to do that? And it is Khotan. They did your part, Capital? Yes. Yeah, you got no choice but to fight against this. We'll see who has the advantage. They have the advantage, but we have the numbers and ways to counter against their men-at-arms. We got them. Goodness, we don't have to damage that place. And this one, I'm going to keep for myself. Both of them. Now, why did it give me +1 stewardship here? Holy site Kabul. Holy site Kabul. Did you just think what? Did you just do what I think you just did? Let's say. Holy site Kabul. Oh, I forgot. That's always been there. No, it's just you got good timing. You just got the Paragon of Virtue up as you increased your stewardship up to 20. Which means, yes, I do hold both the Jade Mining Settlement and as well as Khotan and all its benefits that it would bring. And if I die, who's going to inherit? Rakshana, of course. You get to have Khotan for yourself. But of course, taking that would also mean that's the end of Buddhist Khotan. Since, you know, we're not Buddhist. We're Zunist. Keep that well in mind. And I guess you dealt with that peasant revolt up there. Which I do know for a fact that one day I'm going to take Kashgar from you. And no doubt make him I'm trying to think, what is that Khotanese word that is equivalent to Duke? I used to remember this term. How'd you like to be my vassal? Will not. 1 second. Okay, a little bit of negotiations and then you'll be my vassal. But having you as a Manichaean vassal mine could be an issue. Because we don't take too kindly to Manichaeans. Especially the further up we go. Because it's going to be nothing but Manichaean country up there. But nevertheless, as much as I liked my wife, but you see, the alliance between us and them are so far distant that it doesn't really matter. And plus, I'm feeling fine. The offensive war doesn't really take that long. Because we're just fighting a little bit of small wars. Yeah, that's something I'm willing to do. Is to do some negotiating. And then vassalize. And then negotiate that. Vassalize. And then fight a war for Kashgar. And we could definitely negotiate. But this conquest. Because I want Kucha for myself. In addition to Khotan and its jade mining settlement. This is where you come in. And get a new seneschal. Whoever's most qualified for it. No, not raw. Well, short of raw architect if you want to build things. That's one thing. Seneschal. There it is. You're going to be around for a while. So. I remember seeing something else in Khotan. Give me a moment. Is there an animal up there, or am I crazy? No, you're crazy. But there is a boar sighting. But I'm more content to traveling rather than hunting. Think. You know, I could have just ransomed him before we gave him a send-off, just to get some of the money back that I gave him. Should have done that. Just looking. You know, since I am the new owner of Khotan, there is no option for me to do the whole thing. Let me look. No, it says nothing about Khotan being under the 8 protectors. Yeah, it's not possible. Because you have to be a Buddhist ruler to do that. And I am not Buddhist, despite the Eastern syncretism. So at least now we know what to do, as I will end this episode on that note, as I was just doing something. So, okay. So next episode we'll continue with the conquests and vassalizations of the whole Tarim Basin until it's under my control. Now that I have personal control over Khotan, and I too have a desire of a personal control over Kucha, also known as Kushan in the Uyghur language. So that means we'll have to fight against Ladakh. Unless I'm going to do a real stupid thing and just say, oh, no. Conquest is more amenable. Okay, maybe I think of it this way. I was like, how about we vassalize them? Yeah. No, that won't work because religious exception. Because, you know, that's tyranny. So, and plus the man from Kashgar is going to take over. So it's going to stay in the realm no matter what. Surprised it's even a county. Always with the infighting. And they're about to lose that one. Which, wait a minute. Since they lose, you know what happens? They get deposed. They get deposed. And the heir is me. Oh, that's another thing that I have to resolve this issue. In the next episode. About to inherit some land that I don't really want. So, we got a lot of work to do in both the administrative matters and in warfare matters. So, we hope people have enjoyed this episode. So we'll see you in the next one. But until then, so long for now.